What's up, fam? How's it going? And welcome to episode of TalkswithRodz Unfiltered. So yes, we are back outside. I told you, we're getting mobile. Got the DJI mics, not sponsored, but hey, if y'all want to do it, by all means, let me know. And got the little tripod there, the mobile tripod, the travel size one. It's great. I love it. And yeah, I was out here taking some pictures, getting some content, and I kind of just stopped. We're going to enjoy this weekend. It's going to be a good, Saturday, Sunday, really enjoy ourselves. Hopefully you guys are doing something cool, interesting, just to relax a little bit and just recharge the minds. But, I know, school has started for a lot of people, whether you have kids that are in school or you're yourself are back in school, you're a college student, high school student, whatever. School started again. And I started, made me think, 'cause I saw a school bus walk by, drive by. Guess they're getting some maintenance done because, it's Friday. Like, what? This is weird, right? But yeah, I started just thinking about, how in school, what was my favorite subject? So I figured, what? This is unfiltered. Why not talk to the family about it? So what was your favorite subject? Down below, put in the comments what your favorite subject was in school. Whether maybe there wasn't anything. I know for me, mine was TV production and PE. Anything to do outside, anything with outdoors, that was my stuff. And I loved history and science. Those are my things. Math, you gotta learn math, right? If you really like math, by all means, you are a blessed one, santificado por Dios. But yeah, no, that wasn't really my thing. But I was just curious. And then in turn, God starts talking, and he brought up in my mind of how, we need to really take care of our kids. We need to create a strong base for them while they're at home. So when they go out there into the real world, where there's real issues and real problems, and they can get really attacked by the enemy, confronted. Even though I want to preface by saying that I declare that each and every one of you guys, whether you are in school or you have kids that are going to school or whatever it might be, that the blood of Christ just covers you, every step of the way, that is watching out for you. I declare that your kids are chosen, your kids are protected. I declare peace and just coverage completely from the moment they leave your home to the moment they come back. Whether you're in college and your kids are in college, wherever they're at, God's just protecting them, is guiding them, there are angels around to protecting them, and just keeping them safe, right? It's a scary time in the world, but we have the assurance and we have the knowledge of knowing that our God is with us every step of the way. He's protecting us, He's guiding us, and He's just with us, so He's given us the strength to overcome, right? But I started just thinking about how we need to, for real, just take care of our kids, for real, go and just, put into their minds and teach them the word, bring them up in their ways. The Bible says, bring up your kids in the word and they shall never depart, right? So when they get older, that they'll be able to go back to that. They might be thinking right now, oh, mom and dad are dragging me to church on Sundays. Yes, we're back outside the airplanes. Let me press stop and say that. It's a little loud, but it's kind of cool. The fact that, you get to see these airplanes, all different airlines, all different types of airlines, all different types of style of airplanes. So that's pretty cool. But let's get back to that. Enough of the airplanes. No more sound traffic. But how we need to really just teach our kids and bring up, in the proper ways, right? Prepare them for what the world, has out there. To not shelter them and not be oh, the world's such a scary place. Yes, it is scary. You need to let them know that. We should let them know that the God that, that mommy and daddy talk about, the God that we speak of, if you're older, if you're a little older, you're in middle school and high school, those things that, those influences that they might try to put you through in school. And I get it. I might not be high school age, but I'm not, senior citizen. It is important to just go back. And I think of that, back in the times when I was growing up in school, that I'm so grateful, especially now, that I had the base, that I had the foundation of my parents and knowing the Word of God, that I wasn't easily influenced. And again, I get it. From when I went to school to now, times have changed massively. It's, some drastic and dramatic changes have come to happen. But the one thing that is constant is God, that He's still with you every step of the way. He's still protecting you. He's still guiding you. He's still being that clarity. He's still being that sense of reason, right? So whether you're a parent and your kids are out there and they're you might be a little nervous, oh man, they're going to college or they're starting high school and what's going to happen, and you want to protect them, and I get it. You want to be just covering them, protecting them and just making sure they're just safe. If you could just keep them just all knitted up and good to go. But they have to go to school, they have to go learn, they have to go out into the real world. And you should go and know with confidence that you brought them up in the proper way. That when you declare things over your kids, that that they have the mind of Christ, that they're heads and not tails, that they're strong in the Word, that that they're blessed, that God is covering them, when they're in school, whether they're with their friends, or whatever it might be. That when they are out there, they're not there by themselves. They're there covered by the words you set upon over their lives. And then as they grow older and mature, and I'm sure they grow up, start going to church with you and start really enjoying it and start experiencing God for themselves, they start knowing that the God that they serve is with them and protecting them. It doesn't matter, what the people might say in school, what their job might say, whether, social anxieties or social dilemmas might be happening. They know that their foundation is Christ, that they know that the Father that just above all is that parental figure, that above all wants to keep us safe, above all is just being just that perfect example of what we need, especially in times like this. Yeah, that for me gives me comfort. And again, I don't have kids, but I have I have younger cousins, I have friends that have kids, and their kids are like my nieces and nephews, that reassurance. I was talking to a few buddies of mine about it. Airplane, I know. I was talking to a few of my buddies about it, and I asked them, hey man, school's starting up, they have somewhat, small kids, between 5, I think another one's 9 or 10. I was like, hey, how do you feel about this? Some of them are going to different schools, some of them, are in the same school, but they're going into a different grade, some other friends are going to middle school and high school, and they're like, hey Rodz, yeah, it's a little nervous, because obviously as a parent you want to make sure your kids are safe, but we're good, we're at peace, because we know that our God is protecting them, that we might not be there with them physically, but our God is with them, and it's just taking care of them. And I was like, man, that's awesome, because there's two sides. Obviously, there's the kid side that's can get influenced in just the whole new world. They might be experiencing brand new things, and that can be wow, that's kind of, you can be a little nervous about that. And there's the parental side of man, I'm not with them. If they're not with me, how am I going to protect them? But in both cases, we know that it's our God that protects us. It's our God that's our provider. That's our protector. That's the one that's going to just cover us with his feathers and guide us. Yeah, that's the kind of God that we serve. So that's all I want to say about that today, guys. That's all I just wanted to, drop that nugget of information, drop that, that little extra push that maybe you might need to go. And, maybe it's the first week or second week. I don't know what week, you might be in. Some people started a little earlier, if you're in college. Some people just started very recently, for the regular high school and middle school. But whatever, stage you are, I declare that whether you're the student or you're the parent or you're the other older sibling or whatever it might be, that everywhere you go, when you have Christ in you, he's going to go with you. He's to protect you. So have that reassurance. You're safe with him. You're protected by him. And he loves you. Yeah? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these talks. I love y'all. Hope you guys are enjoying these outside activities. Once again with the airplane. Come on, guys. I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to find out, hopefully, next time, a little more quieter spot with not so many airplanes going by. And like I said, though, I love y'all. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Hope you guys are doing amazing in school, in college, or whatever, part or portion of it, of the school year, the school dynamics, we'll call it that, the school dynamics you're in. I declare that God's gonna give you the clarity, he's gonna give you the wisdom, he's gonna give you the strength to endure, and not just to survive, but you're gonna thrive in any situation and in every situation that God will put you in. I love y'all. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Make it the best day ever.